We believe in the human interaction, the human element. Those who want a residential experience really are craving the interaction. We believe in that human interaction. Yes, it will be different. There will be social distancing. We're requiring masks for everyone when they cannot social distance. And when you're on campus in buildings, you'll be wearing masks. There'll be differences in the commons when you go to eat. There'll be differences in the residence halls. You will find those differences, but it's still Drury. We still want and cherish the relations, the human relations we have with each other.
In the classroom, all of our desks and chairs are at least 6 feet apart. You will be 6 to 12 feet from your faculty member. Everyone in the class will be wearing a mask for the entire time that they're participating in a classroom activity, whether that classroom is indoors or that classroom is out of doors. The other thing that'll be a little bit different this fall is that we will be asking you to clean your workspace once you're finished. And so at the end of each class, you will be provided a small spray bottle of cleaner, and we will ask you to spray your workspace and to wipe it down so that it's nice and sanitized for the next person who comes in and uses that desk or that table.
As long as you can maintain 6 foot physical distancing and are masked, if you do have an exposure in an environment, that will keep you from having to self-isolate. It's when you operate within 6 feet and for periods longer than 15 minutes of time that the health department will require you to quarantine if you come into contact with someone who is positive with COVID-19. It's like wearing belts with your suspenders. You have to use all these mitigation factors together. So you can't simply physically distance, you can't simply mask, you can't simply wash your hands. You have to do all of these efforts in coordination to drive the risk down. Well, the reason I'm not wearing a mask right now is I'm sitting 9 feet away from where you guys are sitting. If I'm working in isolation, I can certainly work without a mask. Again, it's a continuum of risk, and so we have to evaluate. If you're in a classroom, you will always be required to wear a mask. Within your residence halls, if you're going to be within 6 feet of someone, you definitely need to have a mask on. But you will see people on campus working within their individual offices. If they're able to close a door, or if they're working in a physically separate space, you will see them without a mask. But when you are walking around campus, when you're in an academic building, when you're in the Commons, when you're in the CX, unless you're sitting down and you are eating, you will be required to wear a mask.
As we work with the health department, if they recommended that we move 1 or more classes online, our faculty are prepared to deliver all of the classes for a short period of time through online instruction until the class was safe to resume in-person instruction. Well, that may happen. If you forget your mask and you have time to run back to your car or to your residence hall to grab it, we would request that you do that to save the supply of masks that we have for people who are not able to do that. But we will have disposable masks available, and so if you get to class and you realize you've left yours, just go to the main office in the academic building and they'll have one for you. Oh, we hope that doesn't happen. We hope that every one of our students cares greatly about not just their own health, but the health of their fellow students and of their faculty member. If you come to class without a mask, your faculty member will ask you to put one on or to leave. If a student refuses to put on a mask or leave, we will call security. Security will escort them from the class, and they will immediately be dropped from that course.
The first and foremost precaution that we've taken is that every unit is single occupancy. So that's very critical for us, being able to shelter in place should the need arise to quarantine and or self-isolate. Secondly, we've put in some new rules with regard to the residence halls, so there are no visitors between halls that can come in. So we've tried to do our best to make sure that we can create a living environment that can control the disease.
It boils down to our own individual responsibility and accountability. And I want to ask you that if you see someone, a friend of yours, or even somebody you don't know, who's not wearing a mask, who's not social distancing, please say something to them. Ask them, would you mind doing this? And those of you who may have that said to you, don't get offended. And we have to take it seriously. And when you interact with others, please give them grace and forgiveness, because it is a stressful time now for so many. So we welcome you back with open arms. Now, we may not be able to give you a bear hug right now. It may be open arms with a little social distancing or a mask on, but we welcome you back.